All right, let me full screen this. Recording. We only have 2 now. We don't got to worry about mics. They're right there. They're working. I'm pretty sure your mic is going. It looks like it is. All right, let's do it. 307 Reacts. I am Matt. That is Chris. You guys are the best audience in the world. Guess what? I have something down here under the desk. Do you want to see what it is? It's not what you think. It's not like I'm not being perverted. There's a new computer under there, right? So Doobie, you guys know him as Alex Rich or Charles Rich in our comment section and on our live streams. He helped me build a computer a month ago or something like that. And he's trying to get his feet wet in the world of building PCs. So if you want a custom PC built, Alex is your guy to get a hold of. He told me the name of his company, but it's too early in the promo for this for me to remember or do the research that I need to give you guys the information. So I'll get it in the next couple episodes. But Alex is your guy for building a new computer. There's a full build of this over on our Patreon if you want to go check that out. It's $5 a month. We're not asking you to do that. It's not a requirement, but it is there if you want to check it out and see it in all of its glory. It's quite amazing. It's definitely like a conversation piece, and it's just been fantastic around here. So, what else? Anything else in the news?
I think that's it.
It's Monday, dude. I think that's all we have going on. It's a fresh week. Tom MacDonald's on the screen. It's his new one, Man in the Sky. Now, this came out like, 2 Fridays ago or whatever when you guys are seeing this?
This last Friday.
Last Friday. So when you guys see this, it'll
be 2 Fridays from when you see it.
2 Fridays when you see it posted. So we're just now getting around to it. But it's been highly recommended, and Tom's got just a grandfathered spot on our channel. We releases something, we're gonna put it on the channel. So what's going on in your life? Anything good? Any news? Anything like that? While you're typing it in the comment section down there, hit that subscribe button. Let us know what's going on, and that's all we're asking really. Just hit that button. It's totally free for you. It could change our lives forever. What was the percentage of people
it's about 85%.
So we're like, I mean, over
it's crazy.
Almost every person that watches our channel isn't subscribed to it. So even if we could start moving that bar a little bit, I'm not saying like all 85%, but let's try and get that down to like
maybe 75.
75, you know? 70 would 10%. Be like
10%.
Yeah, let's just try and move the other direction, right? So help us out, totally free. That's all we're asking this year. Let's get right into this, shall we?
There's a man on TV at a desk in a suit. He lies through his teeth and they still call it the news. And there's a man in a white coat whose medicine kills. He loves when you're sick cause you pay for his pills. There's a man at the bank who will give you a loan so that you'll buy a house and then he'll take your home. There's a man who wants you to spend.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna do this emotional acoustic bit. Except at the same rate, we're going to have all these awesome lines, right? Yeah. I got to hear the thing about the man at the bank again. That one was really good, dude.
That was
good. For his pills, there's a man at the bank who will give you a loan so that you'll buy a house and then he'll take your home. There's a man who wants you spending your life online. Those are searching for truth but controls what you find. We'll be fine, babe.
Wow, dude.
But if we don't make it through, there's a man in a church who I really hope told me the truth. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you.
Let's go, dude.
Man.
It don't help if you can fly, 'cause way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe. I'll be the man for you. There's a man in a court sworn to...
Dude.
Oh, fucking
God, he
bars.
He can just do whatever he wants musically, can't he?
He's the man who can do whatever he wants.
He can just... He's like, oh, well, I have all these super hard bars that I could put in a rap song and do this, the Tom MacDonald bit.
Yeah.
Or I could switch gears and go like, now controversial, but this is just an example. I'm not saying he's like anybody, but I could go Machine Gun Kelly style with it, bust out an acoustic guitar and do this whole emotional.
Or do a thing with John Rich from Big and Rich.
Big and Rich, dude.
Like,
yeah, I mean
that was dope.
It's just he can just.
Here's the thing that kills me. What's the biggest complaint you see in our comments about Tom MacDonald?
All of his songs sound the same.
Exactly.
All of his songs sound the same.
So you're gonna tell me this sounds like every other song he's put out? Come on.
And a lot of his songs sound the same because he's a rapper.
I won't even say they sound the same. They have a similar style. Like here's
or maybe
the thing.
even like just a similar like mix.
Yeah.
Like he's using the same templates for his mixes and stuff. Like you're gonna get the same frequencies and probably some of the same plugins and things like that.
And a lot of people say that all bluegrass sounds the same.
I was just gonna say
until you like get into it and listen to it, you're like, yeah, I mean, they all have a banjo and a mandolin and a guitar and a stand-up bass. Okay, and sometimes they got a fiddle in there.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, those are your 4 instruments. Now every song is not the same because they're different chord structure, timings, like whatever.
Right.
But like I could see how someone would say it all sounds the same. But like
it's the same. Like I'm a punk rocker. That's been my whole life has been all of your music sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
And to a point, I mean, there are a lot of similarities in the genre that I play, especially in chord progression, style, playability, things like that. But part of the reason why there's so many that are that same thing is because the formula works, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going to use that formula because that formula has been proven time and time and time again. So like with the rap thing also, like clearly Tom is doing something right. He's topped how many charts and been on billboards and done this thing right?
Yep.
How many times? And so like, yeah, he's probably going to use that formula over and over because that's what's successful. So
yeah.
And that's could be said for all these rappers, that stick to a certain thing.
Then he goes and does something like this.
But then he does this and garners 2.5 million views in 3 days.
Yeah.
But all of his stuff sounds exactly the same, and I don't like listening to him because it's all stale, and I don't want to hear anything else from Tom MacDonald. Bleh. Like, dude, this is so good.
Bleh. Good old fat electrician,
Yeah,
keyboard
bleh.
warrior. Bleh. No, I just love it. There's always someone out there to fuck you. Okay, always.
Yeah.
And I love that. He goes, he brings up a good point. Like some people aren't religious, and I get that. Some people are, and I also get that.
Yeah.
Okay, but he says there's a man in the bank. There's a man in the Oval Office, or there's a man.
There's a man behind the counter selling you prescriptions.
Yeah, there's a man in the white coat.
Yep.
And he goes, but I hope the man in the church told me something right. Like he's like, I can't trust any of these other guys because I see what they're doing. He goes,
so I went to the cleargy.
He goes, but I'm hoping that he's the man that that said something right. And at least and here's what I admire about both Jordan Peterson and Tom MacDonald. If they won't openly say like, oh yes, I worship God, he's the deity of the Bible, blah 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 blah, I get that. Okay, but they'll at least say, you know what, like, I think there's some higher power out there, and I'm willing to research that, but like, why should I trust the dude in the church?
Yeah.
Because I can't trust the dude at the bank. I can't trust the dude at the lake.
Church is made to be this place where you're supposed to feel safe, right?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be able to repent and do all these things and be forgiven for your sins and things like that, right? So as a standard, it's supposed to be this societal thing where I should be able to trust the people that are running this thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's been proven over and over and over again in churches,
that you can't
banks,
trust
governments,
people.
that you just there's a crook on every corner, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even in the justice system, cops and things like that, there's always a crooked cop, right?
Yep.
And so that's the whole thing about the religion thing is like, I don't care if you want to be religious and you're going to the church to find you Jesus. Like, go find him, find your God, do your thing, right? Tom isn't selling it at all. He's not like, you need to worship because it's you're wrong if you he's not like he doesn't. He's just like, I hope that what I did, I hope that I can put some trust in this dude that like. I confide in a little bit.
He says that there's a man in the sky.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put my trust in that. And hopefully it just works out.
I clearly can't trust any of the men on the ground, and that's what he says at the beginning. There's these men on the ground that's just like, they're all crooked, dude, and I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Like it, dude. I like the message.
So good.
Very good.
No one else allowed, we'll be fine, babe. I'll be the man for you.
I hear banjo in that?
A little bit.
There's a man in a court sworn sworn to uphold the law, but he's crooked as a fence post and don't do his job. There's a man in a classroom who should know the facts, but he's brainwashing kids, teaching English and math. There's a man in your phone who hears everything you say. He knows everywhere you go, every joke you ever made. There's a man with a bloodline that owns the whole world. Every airplane and building and gold brick and pearl. Will be fine, babe, but if we don't make it through. There's a man in a church who I really hope told me the truth. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It won't help if you can fly, he's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe, I'll be the man for you.
There's banjo in that. That's good.
Pray that the man in the sky's watching over us tonight, cause there's people.
I don't want God. Dude, these are the kind of songs that I'm like, please let it be longer than 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's a little longer than that.
Yep.
But I need this to be like, this is one of those songs
This
that's
needs
like
another verse and at least 2 more choruses.
It's like almost a story, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Tom, you're probably not going to come across this, but if you happen to, you or Nova or whatever, I'm gonna start covering this song. I'm just gonna do it, and so I hope that this is just kind of the condolence from you guys that like it's cool, but like it's gonna happen. This is like I could add this to a record set.
Oh, for sure.
All day, dude, and like I would be like proud to add that to the set. Dude. This is a good dude. The message is so good, man.
And it's it's so punk rock at the same time,
dude. It like, legitimately is like
you can't trust the man.
Fuck the man,
okay?
You know, like the man's always putting us down, you know.
And
then on the other end of it, there's this little touch of like religiousness that's just like I need to put my hope in something.
Yeah.
I hope that I'm doing the right thing by doing this thing, you know. Like it's and I have, again, I'm not a religious person. I have no problems singing those words because A, they're not mine in the first place, but B, it's not like it's not
a preachy song.
Yeah, it's not like Jesus is gonna save me and do everything. It's just this like I hope that I found the right outlet to I don't know, to make myself feel better, man. Like when I need someone to talk to or just
I think it's one of those things, like as far as like religion goes, like I always grew up Baptist, okay? That's just the way the family is. And
Christian.
That's how it always went.
Yep.
But like I would say these days I'm a little closer to, okay, yeah, there might be something out there because what I put into the world is pretty much exactly what I get back. And so there's something keeping the checks and balances, but as long as I keep putting the good into it, then I'll get good back. Like, and sometimes you don't get that good right away, and that's where people quit being good. And so it's like
that instant gratification.
Yeah, just having and Jordan Peterson has said this before, everybody needs faith in something. It might be faith in your ability to do your job and provide yourself with a happy life. It might be your faith in the deity. It may be your faith in, you know, whatever it may be.
Yeah, whatever it may be.
But like putting your faith into something, and even if it's, hey, I'm going to put faith into, I know that what I'm doing is worthwhile, and that what I put in is what I'm going to get out.
Yep.
And like, I think that's super. I think that's kind of super close to what Tom's getting to here in the, you know, the man in the sky. He doesn't call him God. He doesn't call him, just, you know, Yahweh or whatever. I mean, it's
just whatever your version of the man in the sky is, you know, it's like, that's kind of what he's like, that's the
we'll
message in this is just like, yeah, it's going to be, I hope that, I don't know, in a time of, like I've said it a bunch of times on the channel, it's crazy time to be alive right now.
It's crazy time to be alive,
dude.
God.
And it just seems like it's getting weirder every year.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know, man. Where do you go?
Yeah.
Where do you go when you feel like you can't turn to anybody, right?
Yeah.
So
that's it.
Really good message. Let's finish it out.
Fine, babe, I'll be the man for you.
And I love that banjo.
Pray that the man
it's
in
really
the
good.
sky's watching over us tonight, cause there's people looking down on us for fighting for what's right. Hold the line, babe, and I'll hold on to you. There's a man in the clouds, and I hope he's looking down, cause there's people here on earth who trying to put us in the ground. We'll be fine, babe, I won't let go of you. Said there's a man in the sky watching over me and you. It won't help if you can fly. He's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground.
Is that fucking Brandon Hart in the background? Listen to this high note.
Man in the sky watching over me and you. It won't help if you can fly. He's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. But, and this is just, I just threw a name out there because I heard a different sounding voice. It's probably just Tom. It's probably just Tom. I get that, but I wanted to get excited. Yeah. And think that maybe Brandon Hart was
he
back
has
there.
a new one out too.
Yeah,
okay, guys, we'll hit it.
We're gonna get to it.
It's not out in our time yet, but it will be out.
Brandon is working, and we love that. That's amazing, and it would just make my heart that much more happy if I knew that these two were just like, hey man, I got this woo part. You want to come over and do a woo thing? Because me and Chris do that shit all the time. Like, hey Chris, we're gonna put these woos on this album or on this song. Yeah. They're gonna be real subtle, but I don't want it to be their voices. I need it to be something different, colored a little bit. And so Chris will come over and just do a woo. Yeah,
I have the highest note in the entire. What is it? The
10 for 10
for 10. Any of their EPs and albums, I hold the highest note.
Yep, Chris holds the highest note, and that note was saying in this room.
But I love Ian Munsick calls them the coyote cries. Because he always sees like Western music has coyote cries. And so if you listen to a lot of Ian Munsick, they have oohs in them, and they're really high. And like I started noticing, I was like, oh, he took a page out of Ian Munsick. I love it.
I was like, Brandon Hart. Just because of the ooh, like that. It just sounds like a Brandon like Hart
him.
kind of
And then
thing.
It came back again, it didn't sound
as much.
Okay.
So yeah, all right.
Over me and you. It won't help if you can fly.
It's probably Tom.
He's way past the moon. And there's men here on the ground that just want to burn it down. They want money, they want power, don't want no one else allowed. We'll be fine, babe. I'll be the man for you.
Damn.
Really super subtle ping pong delay there, or mono delay, or whatever it was. Wow.
Yeah, I love the location. That looked like some of the places out past Hat 6 here.
Yeah.
You know?
Or just, depending on what part of town you're in, it could just be anyone's random plot of land that they've got. I mean, 5 miles that way or 10 miles that way or
3 blocks up this way.
It all depends. You never know.
Motorhome up on the hill.
You really never know. Yeah. Dude, that was incredible.
That was good.
And it seems like a pretty easy, straightforward chord progression for a song. Yeah. I love the melody. The words are awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like a really good opportunity for to have old Ryan Marin come in with some slide action on guitar, dude.
Yes.
Man, that is
good.
I'm taking it. I'm taking that song and I'm playing it because that is an incredible song. Yeah. And it's like in my vocal range. It's like the chords that I like to play. I feel like it just fits into our set list of our acoustic stuff perfectly. It's just like a song that we would just throw in. It's like Wyo. It's like kind of talking about the end of Wyo, where I'm talking about like liberty.
I love that one.
Yeah, and capitalism and things like that. It's kind of like fits in with that, dude.
Yeah.
I love it, man. This is one of the better Tom songs I think I've heard so far.
This is my favorite for sure.
It's definitely a change of pace from his normal stuff, and I love it when he does that, dude.
I'm fucking stupid, okay? So that Brandon Hart one that he did, what was it, Self-Help?
Self-Help, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
His new one?
Well, no.
Oh, I was like,
he's coming out with one on Friday. He just announced it today, but you guys are seeing this in the future, so it's out.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there, I went and I've listened to the song 1,000 times. Go to Ultimate Guitar, see if anybody's posted tabs yet.
No.
Nothing. So, I check back a week later, nothing.
Really?
2 weeks later, nothing. I'm like...
I'm going to have to do this myself.
God, dude, am I really going to have to learn this by ear? Because I don't have the time.
Yeah.
And then it just dawned on me. Just hit him up on Instagram. Hey, bro, what are the chords?
Duh.
God,
dude. I wasn't even thinking about that until you said it, and then I'm like, we can just talk to him. He'll just message you back and tell you. What key is it in? He'll be like, it's in this key.
I would love to do a cover of that one day.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that would be. We should do. You and I should do like a 5-songer of just like covers that from some of our favorite stuff.
That'd be dope. Maybe after this 10 for 10 ordeal.
Yeah,
we should do that.
Yeah, we got to get that. I'm so close to done with that. So close.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so close.
I literally opened the project Sunday morning and went, not today.
Yep, dude. I did that Saturday with their album. I was like, no. And then Sunday, I sat down with coffee, started on the first one, and before I knew it, I was like locked into this thing, dude. So. I think we're on the right track. This is all information, you guys. It's irrelevant for you guys right now.
When you open up the editor and it goes, you're like,
dude, yeah. Sometimes in Cubase projects, open it up and there's just things moved and different stuff and there's little lines and you're just like, I don't even want to hit play on this. I don't even want to hit play right now because I could just be here for hours.
But that's a 5 out of 5. For
oh,
me,
dude,
like,
that was
all day.
that was so good, and I am very much looking forward to learning. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna pull my acoustic guitars in the other room. I'm like gonna pull it out after we're done doing these and start learning it because that's awesome.
It's good.
Very good, Tom. Very good, yes. Nova. You guys are killing it. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are top of the game in the independent musician world. Yeah. Because you're doing the damn thing and you do it better than anybody that I know of. So. Yep. Way to go, guys.
Well, if you guys enjoyed today's episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, my God. I gotta fix these fucking pants, dude.
What? Your pants fucking with you, dude?
Dude, yeah.
We still got audio in here, so...
That's alright.
I gotta fix these pants, dude.
I gotta fix these fucking pants, bro. By the way, that Squidward from the top ropes, dude.
Dude, how funny.
Had
bro.
Me fucking dying. Like he just fucking face shooting down the fucking cliff.
And it's so funny because I'm like looking on the ground, and it's funny because before I notice it in the video, you can see him up there. And I'm, you can tell I'm just like not looking in that direction because I'm like, I don't know where he's at, and you can see it behind me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know where I have a thing, but I can't. Dude, he's on the cliff.
It was funny because during that point, Doobie was watching your stream.
Doobie took that clip.
Yeah, and he was typing in the chat. He was trying to type, from the ropes, from the top ropes.
It was really good, dude. Like, what?
Oh my God.
That I feel like that could be one on the Super Earth Live Links thing. Live Links thing,
that was
dude.
Pretty good.
Like, that's a ridiculous one. Like, what? He's on the cliff, dude.
Then did you see the one that I clipped and put in there in that chat?
I didn't get to hear the audio for it.
I just got sent.
I saw you get just wailed.
Oh my God, dude! It was the end of. It was our very last mission of the night. We were getting fucked, and that happens. I just go. Yep.
You're like,
that's about right.
That's I saw a clip today of this dude. So he was standing next to his teammate. His teammate threw down a machine gun or support weapon or something like that. Right at the same time, he's gonna call down a resupply, and so his teammate throws his stratagem. Pod comes down, thing comes up. Right as the thing's coming out of the pod, the other dude throws his stratagems, and it hits the top of the pod, bounces back, and lands on the dude's head that threw it.
Oh shit! And he's like running, and it's just following.
You can see. I didn't hear the audio, but you can see it in the video. He just like it lands on his head, and he stops for a second, and then he's all. And then he just starts running. He's just like, and you can see him like run around the area and like trying to time it to where maybe if I dive, I'll get out of the way. And you see him dive way too early, dude. He like goes to run, and all of a sudden he's all, huh, and then it's just like, dead, eliminated. Like, oh, dude, those random things that happen, man. Like, those are so funny. I could sit there and watch that.
I did have a bug block a 500 kilogram on me. Like,
did you?
I go to throw it, and a bug jumps and puts it behind me.
Oh.
I was like, no.
There's this, I saw a clip today, these two dudes are up on this rock, like way up high, right?
Yeah.
The dude throws a 500. You can see him put in the thing for it, pulls it out, throws it. And his buddy's sitting right next to him, so they're both looking, they're waiting for like the laser beam, because you hear it, he throws it, and it's all, and they're like looking, and they're like,
where's it at?
Where's the thing?
Yeah.
And you don't see it the whole time, and then all of a sudden it's like, sending in payload, and like, they're sitting on this cliff, and it's just like, shoom, right in front of them.
Oh, right in front. Yeah,
in the rock. And you just hear the dude, oh, fuck, and it's all boom. They're just like sitting there like, where?
I saw one where this guy, his buddy's standing up on top of a rock on the side, and he throws in a 500 into this bug, like, cluster or whatever. Yeah. And the missile comes in from the side, clips his buddy's head off, and fucking lands.
Dude, that's why that game is so good. Because it's like the military representation of like some of the shit that would go on in that situation, right? Yeah. This low budget shit where it's like it works most of the time, but every once in a while, dude, like you get these wild ones that just
oh my god.
Through a stratagem, instead of it sticking, it just bounced because sometimes they just decide they're gonna just bounce. God, dude, sometimes, man, I want to put it right on the edge of a thing so it's like a good defense, and I throw it and it's all ting, and I'm like, oh, and just right out into a crowd of bugs and just
or it like lands next to like a 3/4 wall or some
dude,
shit.
You go to throw it, it's all fink, and then it just like lands behind a rock, and you're like, that's awesome, dude. And then it comes up and then you just see it sitting there like, and then a bug comes over the rock, destroys it. Yep. And then you're on a 2.5 minute cooldown time. It's awesome. Helldivers.
Helldivers.